welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to do a little bit of maintenance on the van. We've recently had the MOT and fourth year service done by a local garage. They suggested because the Fiat service schedule is 2 years, and based on a commercial vehicle, the mileage that we'd done in the van didn't need the dry filters, the air filter and the pollen filter. After a bit of thought, I thought for what they cost, I'm going to fit them myself. So let's see how we get on. Right, the pollen filter is behind the storage box. On depending on the type of conversion you've got, some Ducatos have like a glove box here, and ours has got the drinks holders. So we need to take off this plastic cover where the drinks holders are to be able to get in to find the pollen filter. On ours, I've actually added a double USB for our phones and charging. The only thing is it's not a connector on the back, so I hardwired them, so we do have to be careful when we're taking that out. So let's see how we get into there. The first lot of screws are held behind these cover plates. So we'll just take those out. They just pop out like that. And on that one, there we go. And then inside you'll find a Torx screw. So let's just see what size that is. Okay, it's a T20 Torx 20 drive. And there should also be one in the very bottom here, wherever that is. Oh, there's one down there. Move that out the way. Here we have another cover, and this cover also has to be removed. There's 4 more screws, again T20s. Right. And there's 2 more screws right at the top there as well, so we need to take those out. And now the bracket that holds the drinks holder now comes out, so that's fairly straightforward. We can now see to the inside of where the heater is, and the pollen filter is actually in behind this bracket here. So there's a couple of little screws there I think I have to pop out, and then we should be able to get to it easily, I think. Let's have a look. I don't know whether you can see, there seems to be 2 more little bolts here. Really odd size, 5.5 millimeters. So let's take those out. Oh yeah, cover just pulls off. There we go. So that's the cover, and you can probably just see inside now. You can actually see the pollen filter. So we'll pull that out and compare it with the new one we've got. Right, we compare it now with the new pollen filter that we've got. I call them pollen filters. That some people also call them cabin filters. But let's have a look. This was the one that was changed on its first service, which was 2 years ago. So let's have a look. So if we have a look at the 2, they are identical. Let's have a look to see. I don't know whether you can actually tell the difference between the new one as far as colour is concerned, but you may be able to see inside how dirty the amount of dirt that's actually come out of it compared with the new one. Now, some people have mentioned to me why I don't use original Fiat parts, and the reason for that is that obviously Fiat don't make the parts, they actually buy them in from a third party. And the one thing to remember is if you buy the parts that are equivalent to original equipment, you'll have no issues at all. Obviously, if your vehicle's within the warranty period from your manufacturer, it's a little bit more important to go with the genuinely supplied parts. But there are lots of suppliers, GSF, your local motor factors, Halfords, Euro car parts. There's lots of them that do their own branded parts, which are OE equivalent. And certainly on the dry filters, your air filter and your pollen filter, OE equivalent is more than up to the job. And there's a big price difference. I have done a price comparison between the different suppliers, and you'd be surprised how much money you can actually save. So now we've got the old one out, it's the reverse procedure to put the new one back in. So again, what we need to do, we need to slide the new pollen filter into the heater casing, put the cover back on, and then put the brackets back. So let's get that done. And we'll replace the last of the screws on the bracket. Just make sure that they're all tight. We've now got to put the cup holder back in. One thing that, again, I do have to make sure on this one, where my wiring is, make sure I don't trap any of the wires. If you've got a USB system on there as well, just make sure that the wires are not trapped when you put the cup holder back in. To put it in, you can see here these retaining clips. There's 6 of them all together that go into holes within the bracket. Locate those up first, and then we can put the screws back. There we go, that's located back in. Now we've just got the 3 screws, the 2 at the top and the 1 at the base, and the job's done. Right, we've got all those screws tightened up now. The one thing also to remember, when you take the blanking plates out, I don't know whether you can see with the light on there, they are different. One has XS written on it and the other one has DX. So they actually are handed. The square plate that goes in the centre, and that also only goes in one particular way. So there we go. That's changing the pollen filter on our Benivan 120. I should think most of the Fiats are the same. As I said to start off with, really the only difference is whether you have a glove box or a drinks holder in the bottom. I should think the fixings are very, very similar. Okay, so that's the pollen filter sorted. Now we're going to have a go at the air filter, and let's see how we get on with that. Right, there's the air filter casing. It looks like there's just 4 screws that holds it in place, so let's have a go with that. There we go, that's the 4th of the screws. Now I think, yeah, the cap, the top of the air filter just pulls off. and then we've got the filter inside. So let's have a look at that. Right, let's have a look. It is it does look quite dirty, in all fairness. And you can understand why it's a 2-year service interval. The new one, need to compare them in size, and yeah, you can definitely see there's a big difference in the colour of them, but actually the filters themselves, they're identical. So we just get that replaced. Let's pop that inside. That seats nicely, and then now it's just a matter of putting the cap back in place. Not quite straightforward doing it with one hand. Right, let's get that screwed back in. So there you go. Hope you found that little video useful. You might be able to save yourself a few pounds on your next service. So until the next time, thanks for watching. Bye for now. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed our video, please consider subscribing, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for our next Benivan adventure. Bye for now.